Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. You hear me? So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop head. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy Go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like Perry Poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's by any little nigga, this that cult need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the build, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK bad man, I blend to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been a showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock 5 rapid. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out.
I be in the rip, niggas ain't never been on my lip. They must got the wrong impression. All my fears and salute my lord. I took my check, go through all this just to drop my sword. That shit out the question. Kyle can't call 144, we got the wrong yo. Keep talking, I'm deep stroking revenge. She a grown one. I get 2 Glocks, fully loaded, nigga. I call him dumb and dumb. What's wrong with him? He should've known better. He must be on something. Hey, it's Mr. Bring me back that cup. Niggas know they in trouble. Look around, little nigga, you see my breath. We deep as a mud. Red letters got me waiting on the thief. Lord, we ain't no priest. I want the world to burn, just like Arthur Flip. I asked my Lord when we get that power. He said time to show. Took that first step like a man. I ain't no child no more. I need that glow. Humble, I don't like the boast. They know it ain't 144. They don't come close. Let's see who wanted the most. I'm from a city where they blitz. They'll rob you quick. Ask a God out DC about that shit. We both came up with trick. I remember when I was lost and on the wrong path. Lies that I told my mother, lies that I told my dad. Remember I walked in the house, he seen all the stress on my head. Called you about that robbery after school, I knew what I did. Victim of peer pressure all along, I guess I was scared. I saw the niggas help me grab that crack, I should've killed. I understand, I'll pray depression when she died, it was heartbreaking. About to take a trip to Newtown just to say I'm sorry, man. This the only family I gotta play to win. At least I'm for my children, so they ain't victim of their sin. Glory, cause I chased away that demon, try to take my kin. Can't taste that pleasures with a vengeance, he'll be back again. Niggas move by emotions, I'm a soldier, I can't comprehend. Just know when Satan put that pressure on him, he'll probably been jumped off in that water, he can hardly swim. Strap on me, to protect my people, I'm on guard. I got a crazy bitch, love the crazy in me, call her Harley Quinn. Remember what you did for me back then, always a long friend. Text my nigga threw his life away, I'm in a dark place. You supposed to be right here with me, you chose the wrong side. Wasn't always friends, we locked in after no, I can't go like that, my lord, no, not this time. I am the rebel, ask about I been the rebel. Niggas ain't never been on my level, they must got the wrong impression. All my fears, and salute my lord, shot took my check. Go through all this, just to drop my sword, that shit out the question. Kyle can't call 144, we got the wrong yo. Keep talking, I'm deep stroking, revenge, she a grown one. I get 2 Glocks, fully loaded, nigga, I call him dumb and dumb. What's wrong with him, he should've known better, he must be on something. Hey, it's Mr. Bring me back that cup, niggas know they in trouble. Look around, little nigga, you see my brother, we think it was a mom. Red letters got me waiting on the thief, Lord, where you at? Ain't no priest, I want the world to burn, just like Arthur Flint. I'm trying to start this fire, but I'll be patient, Lord, I'll be still. My enemy took a turn for the worst, that shit gave me chill. Certified property, A1 West, they don't fit the bill. On the call, cause next season where soldiers circle on the field. I said we gon' teach him all to run, we gon' teach him all to kill him. If you can't go to him alone, then you ain't in this shit for real. Cap, you get them orders, what you do? How you keep your cool? How you find the truth? I said some niggas told me some real shit. When your Hunter said, God ain't 50-50, he revealed. Then Muhammad said, you had these little things, you get to kill shit. I was lost, I thank the Lord, he put that zeal on me later. Don't say that, hold up, fuck that. I thank the Lord, he put that zeal on me later. So I got niggas up on Willow Road, they still on me a favor. It was a nigga up on Barron Road putting me on game. Shit, I know a nigga up on Stain Road that shoot nice like the baby. Could've went crazy, you think you the one with trauma, huh? Nigga, please, I was with them boys in the hood, just like Jordan did some shit I ain't gon' never tell. Ones that know it's God in me. Why I get that mercy, Lord? Don't know why you guarded me. God, I know you love me. You saved my life that night on New Year's Eve. I was out there riding with them demons like a thief. Lord, I'm still trying to change. Please don't bring that darkness yet. It ain't hard to vibe with me, but I am the wrong one to tell. I let some brothers down to this day. It's my biggest regret. But I know this so I took forgiveness is a bigger flex. The only reason I made the call, only reason I confess, so I can ride and watch the world burn, just like Arthur Fleck. I am the rebel. Hold on.
Salaki, I was on mute, but I'm gonna start over from the top. Shalom Israel, Shalom Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Barak Atah to all the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shemal Atah Bashim Yahweh Shai to all the sisters. All right, and tonight I got a slightly special class tonight. It's a few things I actually want to hit on the head, put the nail in the coffin for certain things, because here in America, we've always been taught, just forget about, how you live. Forget about your peace. It don't really matter. The things that happen to you don't matter here in America. Because as you can see, that devil that got killed, the oppressor, that was unalived on national TV. Yeah, Good Luck Charlie, right? He was struck in the neck by a projectile, right? Um, as you see, after that situation happened here in America, the oppressor decided that just because one of his fellow separatists or prejudice uh, figures here in America, was unalived, they just gonna come and unalive us, right? They threaten HBCUs. They starting to actually show that, right. They targeting us, man. They starting to show their true colors. And if I could, right, we're gonna go into the apocrypha, right, which means hidden books, right. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me get that right. This is let me get second Ezra 6 and 9, right. So here in America, like I said, the things that happen here are like, it's kind of baffling to people that don't really understand Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians' pain, because they never experienced it. They don't know what it feels like to have their family member shot in the street until he was unalived on national TV, right? That's the only time they understood what it felt like to have someone so close to them. But we have our family members, go through it daily. That's their day-to-day life, right? You got that precept you can read?
It's the book of second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
For what?
For Esau is the end of the world.
Right. Esau is the end of the world. So whoever is in power, right? The oppressor is in power right now as we speak. Here in America, you have a felon as a president. He has over 36 felonies, and he's the president of America. He's running the country. Right? Read on.
And Jacob is the beginning.
And Jacob is the beginning. Read on.
Of it that followeth.
Right. So after his world falls, our world is right back to where it started in the beginning. Right, to a point where we had peace. We could walk down the street and not have to worry about, am I going to be stopped? Am I going to get stopped and frisked by the police? Those are the things that we didn't have to worry about when we were in rulership. When we had some type of a say-so, when we had a say-so. Here in America, we don't have that. Right? We get tortured in the street. We get hung from trees. It has been very recently, 3, maybe 5 brothers and sisters have been hung from trees this month period. This month alone, it's been over 5 cases of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians hanging from trees. When is that going to stop? When will we ever receive justice for the things that we go through? When will we ever have, a say so? Because when we say something about it, it's you're always complaining about something. Well, my people are dying at a rapid rate. Why can't I complain? Why can't I say something? But when your political figures, y'all go out in the street and y'all can have a peaceful march, no one will bother y'all at all. The KKK, they have their own thing. They walk down the street and they mask and gloves, but let a Negro, Hispanic, or Native Indian walk down the street just because one of our, brothers or sisters were unalived, and we find out about it by the police or just simply by another oppressor, they send National Guard out for us. But Charlie Kirk, he didn't get that. He was able to have a peaceful mourning session for himself. They mourned him very peacefully. We can't do that here in America. But it was this one precept I was looking for, right? Slakia, give me 1 second, see if I can find it. Go ahead. It's a looking glass, as if thou wert a looking glass. Right. So here in America, man, we don't understand that we are prey to a predator that does not want you to live. And that's something that has to be, as my brother said, as obviously Yermak said on the podcast Friday, we are sheep, as the Bible said, we're sheep. We don't recognize a threat until one of us are being attacked. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're always under attack. The oppressor is the devil. He's always going to find some way to oppress you. And that's the things that we have to worry about. We don't have to worry about, whether we're going to eat. We, some of us do, but we also have to worry, will I live to see another day? That's not peace here in America. You'll never receive that. You'll never receive justice from someone who wants to unalive you. That's what they want to do. That's why they want a race war. That's what they want. They don't want peace for us. They want peace for themselves, but they already have it. Look at their kingdom, man. They have their SeaWorld, their Disneyland, those things that they do have. They have that. You found it?
I got some. I think it might be the one.
Read it.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 23.
No, that's not it.
Not it.
It's in the Apocrypha.
Okay, I got you.
Hold on, Slocky, y'all. Give me 1 second. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and 11.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 11.
Right?
Though he humble himself.
Look at, Joe Biden, Trump, who else? Richard Nixon. Though they humbled themselves, to seem as if they were peaceful, as they, come into the office and be like, oh, we're gonna do this, such and such for black people. Right? That's a humble thing for them to do, to say they're gonna do something for the poor, the brokenhearted. Right? Read on.
And go crouching.
Man. Meaning they steep so low, they humble, they try to bow down their neck, man. They try to look at us like, like a low level. So they try to get down with us. Read on.
Yet take good heed.
When you see your oppressor say something as if he's going to actually help you. I'm going to give free health care to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what they say. That's what they, try to promote. Even Joe Biden himself, he said, you're not black if you don't vote for me. Right? Read on.
And beware of him.
Man. Beware about the things that he says about us. Be cautious. Step with a light step, man. Don't just dive head first because he said something like, oh, we just gonna help y'all because we see y'all need something. That stimulus check. We jumped right off the bridge for that. Right? Read on.
See. So like, and though shall be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass.
Meaning you'll see exactly his plans for us. You'll see what he's talking about. It's not actual help that he's going to give you. Right? Read on.
And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Right, man. He's not clean. He's dirty. When rain hits silver, right, or metal, period, it starts to rust. Then you get that rust remover. You try to get the rust off the bike or off a pole or something like that. You just wipe it. You get the rust off the pole. You get the rust off the bike. Right, like I keep mentioning a bike because I like them. I used to work on bikes. Clean the chain, you get some rust spray, you clean the bike up real nice. It look good. There's no more rust on the bike. But with the oppressor, man, you can't wipe that wickedness away, man, because that's him. You can't make straight what the Lord made crooked. He is the crooked. He is the wicked on this earth, right? If I could, can I get the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, right? Let's break something down for the people today. It's
the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who is running the earth today? Who is in power?
Should like it.
Go ahead.
The Caucasian.
Right, the Caucasian, man, the oppressor. The oppressor is in a position of power to do whatever he wants. He has a very powerful military that he does have. Right, read on.
Okay. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Cover the faces of the judges thereof. And who are the judges? The priests and prophets, right? Christ was a judge. Samuel was a judge. David was a judge, right? He covered them faces and made them like them. He painted a picture to make them look like who they are. A devil, a pale-faced flea monster. That's what I like to call them because they like animals. They treat each other like animals. They treat us like prey, man. Right? Read on.
If not, where and who is he?
If not, where and who is he? We know where he at, and we know exactly who he is. Man, he is the European man. He is the one that's in the position of rulership here in America. Donald Trump is in office. Remember that. Joe Biden was in office. Richard Nixon was in office. Who else? Kennedy was in office. He said that he was gonna do something for black people. He was unalive for it, but he never did it. He never did any of those things. What he did do was push drugs into our community. He did put guns into our community. Those things that they did do. They made sure of that. Right? If I could, can I get the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. And who is this talking about? This is talking about Rebecca.
Right.
Right? Isaac and Rebecca. This is who this is talking about. Isaac and Rebecca. They had children together. And the Lord said, 2 nations are in thy womb. Right? 2 nations, 2 men of, matter of fact, read on, because I'm about to break it down right there. Go ahead.
John. And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right. When it says 2 nations, that means 2 separate people. That doesn't mean like, oh, just like a mother has twins, which is what this is talking about. When a mother has twins, the twins come out just about the same. They look exactly the same. They have the same mannerisms, the same characteristics. One may act a certain way from the other to tell them apart. But here it says 2 nations, 2 separate nations are in thy womb. Right? Read on.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Right. And the one people shall, like, you mind reading up to in 2 manner of people? Like it.
And 2 manner of people.
2 manner of people, like I said, man, they have separate characteristics. These 2 nations are separate from each other. They're not the same, right? Read on.
Shall be separated from thy bowels.
Shall be separated from thy bowels, meaning in the womb, man. They already know that they're separated. They're not supposed to be together, right? They fight. They got conflict inside of the womb, right? Read on.
John. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Everybody say the Lord love everybody. Well, here it shows you a separation that the Lord put inside her womb to show that everything ain't always, peaches and cream, meaning somebody's going to be stronger than the other. Somebody's going to overpower the other person, right? Read on.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder, whichever comes out first, the firstborn shall serve the younger. So who is the strongest here? The youngest sibling that comes out last will be stronger than the elder that came out first. Yes, the first gets the inheritance. First gets the birthright. But the last that comes out here in this context is going to be the ruler over the older person, right? Read on.
Verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Right. 2 people, twins, meaning coming out of the same womb, They were birthed in the same place. Read on.
Behold, verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
Right. Esau came out red like a hairy garment, man. Look at him today. He's a caveman. If he don't shave, he look like a ape. He looks like a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Right, read on.
And they called his name Esau.
Esau, man. That's what they called him. Right, read on.
And after that came his brother out.
Right, which is Jacob. Right, read on.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Right, to show you that Jacob is the one that is going to control the earth. He's the one that's going to be in rulership after Esau is done with his kingdom. After this kingdom falls, then Jacob would be in rulership. He'll be the one that actually has a say so. He'll exact judgment on this earth. Why? Because that's what the Lord had to have happen, to show that his love is only for a specific people. This shows a separation of people, man. Right? It says Esau took hold of Esau's heel as they was coming out of the womb. As they coming out, they was already fighting. It was already fighting. If you read up, she went to the priest and she was like, "Why am I having so much pain with it when having a baby is a good thing?
Right.
Being able to birth children is great, but I'm in serious pain right now.
Right.
Why is this happening?" They show you right here. There's two manner of people, two nationalities, two different people is going to come out of you. And I'm going to show you something that's never been seen before. A red hairy baby. It's unnatural, right? That's what we don't really recognize it as that, because I mean it's not really pushed, but the oppressor has leprosy. He has melanin deficiency. I believe I'm saying it wrong. I could be. I don't know, but he don't have melanin. It's impossible for him to have it because he has leprosy. It's unnatural for a person to look like that, right? Those are the things that gives you a mark and a sign to understand who he is. I could go into something else, but that's another class for another breakdown, right? If I could, right? Could I get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6? As I said, man, this shows you the separation between the two, man. The elder shall serve the youngest. Whoever came out first is going to serve the youngest. Esau was born first, and Jacob came out last. So Esau will be in servitude to Jacob, right? Read that when you got it.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
For thou art an holy people. And who is the holy people that it's talking about? That's the nation of Israel. Who he's talking about. Talking about Israelites, man. Right, read on.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God is saying that the Israelites are a special people unto himself. Right, read on.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Man, he chose you to be special. He didn't choose anybody else. Meaning the Lord has favorites. Everybody be like I said, the Lord love everybody. Christians be like, the Lord love everybody. He don't got no favorites. Well, why does he say that his favorite flower is the lily? He has a favorite vine. Those things wouldn't really matter if the Lord didn't pick and choose what he likes. The Lord has a favorite animal, which is the sheep. He likes the sheep, man. The Lord is a separatist. He likes certain things and he dislikes certain things. The Lord loves and he also hates. This shows you that the Lord had a special people that he preferred, that he picked. He wanted these people, right? He set these people apart, made them special unto himself. Right, read on.
Above all people.
Above what?
Above all people.
Above all people. So everybody that's been on this earth, that the people that's on this earth, the Lord chose these people to be special unto himself above everybody else on the earth. Like when you think about the earth, you think about a giant rock. The giant rock, all right, that we all walk on to this day. The Israelites are the Lord's special people. He chose them. He didn't choose nobody else. So for Christians to say, right, and I count everybody as Christians if you're not in the ISUPK. Why am I saying that? Because Christians think just like everybody else in the world. They think, even like Muslims. Muslims think the same thing, that God came to save everybody. You can be a Muslim and be a Caucasian man. You can be Asian and be Muslim. That doesn't make sense, right? But in order to be an Israelite,
So it's like it.
go ahead.
It's crazy. It's really just it's like
No,
it's crazy that Christianity does that, because it's like at the end of the day, as a nigga, we need saving. We the ones with the bridges that's on crack. We on
Exactly,
Cornwallis
right.
now. We can look outside on Roxborough and see a crackhead doing crack literally in the parking lot.
Right.
But do white people have that in their neighborhoods?
No.
The Caucasian they don't have their hoods taken over by these smoke shops like we do. Their money being drained dry in that Christian church by that Christian pastor. I kind of got you. They don't have their money been taken, and the scripture says, "Well, a man robbed God except to be for tithes and offerings."
Right.
But as a person that's black, that's a Christian, man, it's like to be brainwashed to think that everybody should be saved. That's blasphemy, because in the day, the oppressor is living in his salvation right now.
Exactly.
He has all the cars, the houses. If you look at any tag on your shoes or clothes, it says "Made in China."
Right.
China, they're not black. They're not African American. They're not Haitians and Levitical priests. They're not them Dominicans. They Caucasians with a different tribe. That's all they are.
Right.
You feel me? So
Exactly. So they all the same, man.
right.
All of them, those oppressors, the Russians, Ukrainians, they the same people. Hey, the East Europeans, they're all the same, man. Caucasians, they're the same people. That's where they come from, man. They come from Esau.
Right.
So there's no separation between them. They're gonna look at it as like, oh, we not the same people. No, you just a different tribe of an oppressor. That's it.
It's like,
Go ahead.
another point on that is how in Christianity everybody want to be saved. They had that mindset, and it's like, for instance, use an example of black people always thought we were African.
Right.
Africans hate us.
Exactly.
They see us in public and they know we're not the same.
Right.
So if the African man, the so-called Hamite, can understand that we're not the same, why do black people want to be the same as the Caucasian?
Because
the one that hates them.
As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we've always wanted to find something that we could relate to. If it looks like us, we're gonna join into it. But here in America, I mean, everything is always pointed out as, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. You can be an atheist. You can smoke crack on the side of the road and not nobody say anything to you, because here in America, it's always been pointed out to do whatever you want to do. Like you just free here, right?
I got something else though. The crazy thing, like the everyone gets saved mentality.
Right.
It's crazy, because so does that mean the uncle that touched you when you was 12 years old, should he get saved?
Exactly.
Should he get saved for molesting the whole family?
I mean,
do he need salvation?
I mean, like, look at it, man. The Christian church is full of hypocrites.
Right.
You can say that everybody can be saved, but let somebody kick your door in. Let somebody touch your daughter. Matter of fact, I can't even say that, because I know people personally that have been through it, and like they didn't get no type of justice. Nobody said anything inside of that church. But they I guess they tried to kick him out, but they let him right back in, because what they say, he repented. He's not the same no more. Right, go ahead.
It's like, speaking of that, that funeral that happened for Charlie Kirk, his wife said, "I forgive you, young man."
Exactly.
Erica Kirk on TV said, "I forgive you, young man."
Matter of fact,
for assassinating my husband.
Right. So like, this is kind of off topic, right? But if I could, can I get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 5?
Yeah.
Right. We got some comments in the comment section. Trooper Choir Bar, he said, "And the church wipe the slate clean every Sunday." Exactly. That's exactly what they do, because they enjoy being a sinner. if it's not for sins in the Christian church, they would feel very much uncomfortable because I'm telling them they can't can't smoke weed. They can't, touch children because that's what the pastor doing. You can't sleep with your wife. He cannot do that. He gonna be offended. The Lord gonna forgive me. That's what they gonna say. The Lord gonna forgive me after I get baptized in water. If you get baptized a whore, you're gonna come up a wet whore. That's what's going to happen. If you get baptized a child molester, you're gonna come back up wet, a wet child molester. Salakia. I might get pulled down for that. I might get checked. I don't know. But when in the Christian church is what do you expect from that? They've been around for over 400 years. They've done nothing for us at all. I mean, we got about 9 to 10 churches on this road, period. And none of that money is touched ever in Cornwallis, ever. Go ahead.
So like speaking on what you just said, you said they do nothing for over 450 years. And that's the one thing that when people are Christian, we all grew up Christian.
Right.
And learning that doctrine, we learned that we can't recall any sermon that we ever sat through. We sat through, I remember when I was a jit, I went to church with my aunts and my grandmas. And we used to go to church at like 9 o'clock in the morning, get out at 3, go to that dining hall, get that little meal that probably got pork in it. And I couldn't recall anything this pastor said for this whole 2 hours. I damn near probably fell asleep.
Exactly.
And that's just how uninteresting Christianity is, because what are we in this place for? To just reset every Sunday and just say we're going to be sinners throughout the week and then come back every Sunday and hallelujah, hop in a little pool of water and that's what it is?
You know what Christianity is like?
Drugs.
It's a fix. Right. Drugs. It's a fix. When Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians go home after they got they Sunday gospel or whatever they say, they be like, I'm good until next Sunday. Next Sunday, they going through the same thing that they went to the pastor about and told him, I need help with this. You know what he told? Pray about it.
Say so like it.
Go ahead.
Another thing about that, the origination of what tithes was used for in the Christian church, they use it for the opposite.
Exactly.
Got a little story. My cousin, she got in a car accident about 2-3 years ago, like earlier when I first came into school. She said that, she asked the pastor for help, like towards getting the church more, consistently. And the pastor was like, we'll pray for you. But it was some lady, she made a lot of money.
Right.
And her car went down just like my cousin's car. They bought her a new car.
Why would they not?
Because she pays a lot of tithes.
That's my point. Exactly. Why would they not pay her car? Why would they not help her out? Because if they didn't help her out, none of that money that she was paying, that 10% was keeping them up. If they don't help her, she gonna leave. But they'll rather not help the person that's paying them $5. That's the only thing that can give.
Right.
Like I remember going to church. I was a child at this time. I'm like,
get $5.
Yeah.
On me.
He was like, what did he say? He was like,
come as you are.
They do say that though. That's crazy. I've experienced that. You come as you are, you don't even gotta change. But he was like, even if it's little McDonald's money, a little Happy Meal money, back then Happy Meal was like $3 to $4.
Right.
Maybe $5.
Now it's 10.
Yeah, now it's like $10. He was like, even if it's Happy Meal money, and my mom was like, that's all I got. He was like, well, that's fine. He heard her loud and clear. Loud and clear. He said, yeah, that's fine. Just give me what you got.
Like it. Sound like Marvin Sapp. Close the doors.
Exactly. Close the doors. Close the doors. I want you $20,000. That's what I want. No, it won't. It was 40.
It's 40. Yeah.
It was $40,000.
Wanted 20 for everybody and 40 and 100 for people in the pulpit.
$40,000 for what? What does he need $40,000 for?
He gonna get that jet.
Exactly. I think that's what he's trying to get.
He gonna send his kids to college
right?
while his kids.
What do they get out? A dumb pimp is what Trooper Quiet Bar said. Exactly that. That's what they do. That's their best attribute about the Christian church, right? The Christian pastor is always the best talker. He is a motivational speaker. That's the only thing that he's good for. He's not good for helping people. He's good to motivate you, to make you seem like he got something good for you. Make it seem like, if I listen to my pastor, maybe I'll get something out of it. All we get is a slap on the wrist by the oppressor, and we go to jail. That's it.
It's like it.
Go ahead.
On that point, he just used them smooth words, man. He just It's like,
Exactly.
for instance, when people see us in the street corner, they're
Mhm.
like, y'all just yell. But Christ was our still man.
Yeah, exactly.
They like, as Christians, we have, in the world, we were indoctrinated to just hear somebody talk all smooth, like they singing a Keith Sweat song or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, that's what we have to get out of. We got to come in, the classes in Commander J. Hunter and ISUPK, man, and get away from that smooth word teaching, because smooth words, they're not doing nothing for you.
Exactly.
We got people still in these, bridges on drugs, doing crack cocaine, homeless,
Yeah.
unemployed, going through it. And that's what, we need to fix our people at the end of the day.
Exactly, right. Sly, you get that precept I asked for? Sly.
Sure.
Like here in America, man, we don't get no type of peace. We don't understand that even with, like I said, going to the Christian church is a fix, man. Like my brother says, a drug.
Right.
That's what we get here in America. We get drugs to fix our problems. We don't get a solution. Taking drugs and being self-medicated is not a solution to fix your issues. What you need is the truth. What you need is to keep these laws, because that's the only thing that's going to save you when Christ cracked them skies. That's the only thing that can help you. Right? Get into this school, learn who you are, and understand that peace don't come here in America. Being here in America, we've always been uncomfortable. Sometimes we have to learn to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. Learn how to sit in the dirt. But we've been doing that for thousands of years, hundreds of years. Right? Here in America, that's the only thing that we know how to do is sit in the dirt. When we say we get it out the mud, that's the only thing that we got. It's mud pies. And it's literal. In Haiti, they eat mud pies, mud cookies. They make cookies out of mud, out of dirt. And you telling me, we get peace here? Like where's the help? Where do we look for the help? Right? If I could, can I get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15 and 5?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem?
For who shall have pity? Here, this is talking about the Lord, right? And how we disobey the Lord. And these are the consequences of not obeying the Lord, right? Who shall have pity on thee, O Jerusalem? Who's going to look at you and be like, damn, I feel bad for those people. I feel bad for them. Who's going to look down on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and lend a helping hand? Nobody will, especially if they're in power. Why would they? Right? I mean, they're going to give all their money because we need all the help that we can get. We've never received anything here in America. We never received what it feels like to be, okay, I know for a fact I'm going to eat tomorrow. I'm going to have a place to lay my head tomorrow, tonight. These things I know. I know I'm going to be able to make it to work. Those things that we don't know how that happens. We don't know where it's going to come from. What we do know is that nobody's going to have pity on us, right? We don't.
Or who shall bemoan thee?
Who shall be moaned? Who shall be sad for you when you see your brothers hang from trees, when you get unalived in the street? Who's going to be sad for you? Because the president isn't. The president say he here for everybody. He won't there for Trayvon Martin. He won't there for Philando Castile, Sandra Bland. I can go on and on and on for hours about the deaths of our people. Right? They weren't there. When that 14-year-old boy that got sentenced to death, I forget his name, which is, well, I can't think about it right now. I just know his last name is Stanley, right? He was unalived at 14 years old in the electric chair. Who was sad for him other than blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians? Because the oppressor wasn't. He was happy to do it. He was very much ecstatic to chain that 14-year-old boy up to a chair and electrocute him until he gave up the ghost. Until he passed away, is what I'm saying. Right? Read on.
Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?
Who's going to ask you how you doing? Who's going to ask you how's your day been? Nope, nobody's going to do that. I mean, America is in a kingdom where if it doesn't benefit themselves, they don't care about it. Who's going to ask you, have you eaten today? Brother, are you all right? Sister, are you okay? Those things don't happen here in America. They do happen in ISUPK though. That they do happen because I call my brother every day, just about every day. Or if I'm not calling him, he calling me.
Right.
What's good, Doc? How you doing? That's how that goes in here, right? We don't.
Verse 6. Thou hast forgiven me, saith the Lord. Thou art gone backward.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore,
meaning, man, we turned our backs on the Lord, and that's the punishment that we got. You can drop it, but this is talking about the punishment that we received from the Lord, man. We won't ever have that type of compassion upon each other, because I mean, look at the situations that we lived in. We living in the same situation. We still selling drugs to each other. That's not peace, man. That's not what peace looks like. Just because you getting high, taking whatever you can get your hands on to feel better about your oppression and your mental state does not make you at peace. It makes it worse. Why am I saying that? Because once that high goes down, what are you doing? Right back in the same situation you tried to escape from. You try to escape something that's going to be right back in your face 2 hours later, an hour later, 30 minutes later. What are you running from? Sometimes you got to learn how to embrace the pain, because with pain comes comfort. You have to. Sometimes it's painful to be comfortable. Go ahead.
It's one thing we learned in the academy, man. You know what I'm gonna say,
right?
You got to embrace the suck, man. Right? It sucked the
exactly,
God,
man. You got to sit in the dirt, man. That's what you got to do. You got to be comfortable in the dirt, man. We've always been uncomfortable here in America, but sometimes you got to be comfortable in the oppression, even though it hurts. It sucks to see your brothers on drugs. It sucks to see that here in America we don't get no justice. We seek for justice for people that won't ever give us anything but what is it, crumbs. They give us crumbs for us to be happy about something that's going to dissipate the same hour that we get it. Here in America, you have to make over $20 in order to live, in order to pay your rent on time, in order to pay your light bill on time, in order to keep your water on. You have to make $20 or more. Minimum wage is not going to ever get you that. You legit, you have to be a slave. You have to be there 24 hours every single day for minimum wage to cover any expenses out of your house. That's $7.25 here in America. That's minimum wage. That's not going to cover a bill. It might cover maybe a water bill. Damn sure ain't covering that light bill. Not covering the rent. Might put some food in your house. Damn, it might not even do that, because in order to fill your freezer here, it's like $600 to $500, and that's probably monthly, excluding the other expensive like car notes, bills, excluding the house bills, phone bills, clothes, shoes, those things that you need to buy that's brand new. You're not making that off $7.25 here in America. That's not peace, man. That's not what that looks like. But what I'm trying to tell the people is that here in America, you'll never receive any type of help or peace, because it's not for you. America's Constitution, its laws is not for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, but this Bible is. This Bible is our Constitution. The Bible is our culture. This is about a culture, not a religion. Right? Because I mean, religion is just something that you do every day, but it's not a religious book, because Christianity comes from crap. Because I can't say what I want to say, right? It comes from being overpowered, conquered, right? If I could, can I get the book of Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 14? But I will tell you what the Lord will do for us. I'll tell you how we will be repaid for the atrocities that America has put upon us. The fact that we search for justice and we still can't get it. still didn't get it, Salakia. Right? We went to jail for crimes that we did not commit. Right? Those things that we do suffer from here in America. Right? You got that precept we can read. Right. Salakia. Jarrell, he said George Stenley Jr. Exactly who I was talking about. That brother right there was 14 years old when he was unalive. Right? That's a terrible thing, that those things that we suffer from here in America. Been doing it since slavery. Right? You can read it when you got it.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt.
The labor of Egypt, right? When we was in Egypt, that labor was crucial. Very rigorous work, very hard work. Right? Read on.
And merchandise of Ethiopia.
And merchandise, meaning you were sold in Ethiopia. Everybody talks about the Ethiopian Bible. It's trash. It's trash. You want to know why it's trash? Because how can you say that, oh, the Ethiopians got the real Bible and the prophecy of destruction for Ethiopia is in the Bible? And I can prove it. It says it right there. You were merchandise. You were sold by Ethiopians, by Africans. Right? Read on.
And of Sabians.
And say that again.
And of Sabians.
And the Sabians, man. Those are those rich what is it? The Arabs, rich Arabs, man. You were profit for them. You were getting sold to them. They were making good money off of you. Right? Read on.
Men of stature.
Men of stature, meaning they got power, man. Right? Read on.
Shall come over unto thee.
Shall come over unto thee and say, and do what? Meaning they're gonna come to you. They're coming over to you for something, right? Read on.
In chains they shall come over.
In what?
In chains they shall come over.
In chains. They're gonna come over to you. You know what that looked like? We came to them in chains, in slavery, in bondage here in America, Asia, Europe, Spain, Portugal. I can go on and on and on. South America, Ireland. Right? Read on.
And they shall fall down unto thee.
And they shall fall down unto thee, meaning they're going to be on their knees, man. They're going to be in the dirt. They're going to know what it feels like to have them heavy shackles and yokes of iron upon them, just like we did. Right? Read on.
They shall make supplication unto thee.
They're going to beg you, man. Right? Read on.
Saying, surely God is in thee.
Surely God is in thee, meaning what? They're going to say to you, surely you are God's people. Surely the Lord is dealing with you. Right? Read on.
And there is none else.
And there is no other God. What is that saying? What is that saying there? Them religions that they've been practicing, them gods that they've been worshiping, they're now going to denounce their own God to show that the Lord, Yahweh, is the only God that's here on this earth, the only power in this earth ever. Because theirs is make-believe. Theirs is made up. That's what's happening here. They're going to come to you in chains, just like you came to them in chains. Right? Supplication, man. They're going to give you whatever they got. All of their goods that they profited off, all of that money, all of them houses, those good things that they have, it's going to be yours. You're going to possess them as just like we were. We were possessed by them and in chains, right? If I could, can you get the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1? Well, 1 through 3.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
For the Lord would have mercy on Jacob. What does mercy look like? What does that look like for us? All right. That looks like the fact that I'm sitting here on this podium teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians about the Most High, about you, our God, our power. Right? Go ahead.
So, like, this is the definition for mercy
Mm-hmm.
from the Oxford Language Dictionary: compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm.
Exactly. So the Lord has every right to punish us for the things that we did do, but the Lord was like, all right, I'm gonna show a little bit of mercy. I'm not gonna punish them, but I will put them in a position to make their lives better. I will get them in the ISUPK. I will tell them the truth. I will tell them that the law is not done away with. That's the reason why we have that supplication to be, some type of peace, right? Read on.
And when yet choose Israel.
And will yet choose Israel, man. You know what that's saying? That we'll understand then what it feels like to have someone that's always going to prefer us. We're always preferred by the Lord. That's what that means. And will yet choose Israel. He's gonna have mercy on us, right? Read on.
And set them in their own land.
And set us in our own land. What does that look like? Here in America, we've never experienced what it feels like to own something for ourselves. And even if we did own something for ourselves, it was bombed. It was set on fire. It was taken from us. It was robbed right under our feet. Right? I remember this one time, right? I was on the internet and the oppressor owns the air. I didn't know that. Right? There's certain things that you can do with your house and with your land. But I can't have a drone fly over my house to be surveillance for myself without getting a fine for it. Because the oppressor owns the air that's over top of your house. Go ahead.
That's lucky. You can't collect rainwater. It's illegal.
What the
You can't go outside and collect.
I can't even collect rainwater, water that falls from the sky. It's water. Why am I being punished for collecting water? It's free. I don't have to pay for it. But here in America, the oppressor owns everything. He owns every piece of fabric, material, mineral in this earth. He owns it. He gonna take it from you. He gonna take the gold that you got in your bank account. Why? Because that's what he does. He's a thief.
So, like,
Go ahead.
you ever seen My Wife and Kids?
No.
No.
I probably have, but I don't remember it.
But it was an episode. My boy was like, "Even when you're dead, I own you." Yeah.
Well, God damn.
Yeah, it was a
God damn. Go ahead.
His son was basically getting to something, and if you ever watch Friday, what's that funny little short nigga? Cat Williams. Cat Williams was in this.
Yeah.
And he was playing an episode of My Wife and Kids, and he was like, he basically loaned out Junior some money. Yeah. And Junior didn't have the money, so his dad had to go out there and bargain out and say, hey. And he said he ended up telling Junior, he like, even when you're dead, I own you. That's what the oppressor do to us every day.
What are we talking about here? Like what do we really understand about living in America? They don't give a damn about us, man. They don't care about you. If they did, maybe we wouldn't have any type of ailments, any type of illnesses. I mean, shit happens. People go, get sick, but we'll actually have the proper care is what I'm getting at. We'll have someone that actually cares about our well-being, to actually have something that, okay, I can go here and trust in them that I'm going to have something that's actually going to help me tonight. Even though I'm in the excruciating amount of pain because I fell down a flight of steps and I know that someone's going to actually take care of me in the hospital. You don't receive that. It's been like, even when a woman is going through childbirth, the most painful thing in the world. If a man has a child, he is going to die. He's going to flatline right on the table. But a woman goes through that pain. That's a scientific fact, right? With that being said, the mother sometimes passes away because of the lack of care inside of them hospitals. Sometimes the baby passes away because of the lack of care in hospitals. Nobody actually cares about you. And those deaths I'm talking about is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I'm not talking about the oppressor, the East Indian, the Asians. They don't have to worry about it. There's an Asian bill, an Asian hate crime bill, right? Yeah. It's a hate crime for them, right? That thing I don't understand, but here in America, we won't ever receive that. Right? We don't.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
And the strangers, meaning just as we're going to be put in our land, we're going to have something that we own. Right? The strangers are going to come right with us. Them strangers are anybody outside of Israelites, outside of Israel, period. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If you're not with us, you are a stranger. Right? Read on.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
And they shall do what?
Cleave to the house of Jacob.
They shall cleave, meaning, like a sloth, right? Everybody thinks a sloth is some weak animal. They just move very slow. If a sloth latches onto a branch, he's not coming off the branch unless he lets go. That's how the oppressor will be in that day. They're gonna cleave unto you like it's like they trying to get their last breath. That's how that's day gonna be, right? We don't.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them.
And the people shall take them. I mean, the people is who? Who is the people? Go ahead.
Drew.
Right. Us. We shall take those people. We shall take them and do what?
And bring them to their place.
And bring them right with us. Read on.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
And the house of Israel shall possess them. We're going to bring them with us and own them as slaves. That's what we're going to do. Just as we were slaves, they're going to be our slaves. Just as we were in their possession, they're going to be in our possession. Right? Read on.
In the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
They're going to be in Israel, in Jerusalem, in our land. And they're going to serve us just as we serve them. That's what it looks like to be repaid by the Lord. That's what it looks like when we have some type of peace, because the Lord will be on our side. Right? Read on.
And they shall take them captives.
And they shall take them captive. Right? Read on.
Whose captives they were.
Whose captives they were. Just like I said, man, just as we were their captives, as we were in the sub-Saharan slave trade, the Babylonian slave trade, I can go on and on and on about the slaveries that happened throughout the Bible and history. A historical fact, the sub-Saharan slave trade was about black people, right? The transatlantic slave trade was about black people, Israelites. That happened in real life. Just as we were their captives, they're going to be our captives, right? Read on.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And we shall rule over our oppressor. So just like we being oppressed here in America by the so-called, I can't even say the word that I want to say, but by the oppressor, we all know who's in office, who's in power, right? Just like, right? Matter of fact, read it from the top one more time. Verse 3. You on 3, right?
About to be 3.
Come on, read that last line again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 2 at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Whose captives they were.
Whose captives they were. Read on.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
We shall rule over our oppressor. So just like we were in captivity and how they fed our babies to alligators, just how they strung us from trees, just as they SA'd our women and men, right? Read on.
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass.
Meaning this shall surely happen. And those things that happen to us, we won't be doing those things to them because that's disgusting. But they will receive punishments for the things that they did do. We will not be, assaulting them in the way that they assaulted us when it comes to abuse. Those things, that buck breaking thing, we will not be doing that because that's unlawful. That's disgusting. The oppressor is an animal. An animal doesn't care. An animal doesn't think about the things that he does. We won't be feeding people's to alligators. But happy shall he be that dasheth the little ones against the stone. Right? I pray you understand. Right, read on.
In the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
Shall do what?
Hold on. In the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
You know what that sounds like to me? You know what that sounds like? Peace. Here in America, we've never received peace. We don't understand how that feels until our oppressor is in chains. That's when we'll actually have some type of peace. That's literally what this is saying. We'll have rest from our sorrows. We won't have to worry about our brothers and sisters being on crack anymore, smoking weed, unaliving each other, robbing one another, assaulting each other. We don't have to worry about that because the Lord is going to be with us in the land. We're going to have a plot, rulership, authority. Right? Read on.
And from thy fear.
From thy fear. We won't be afraid of the things that we were afraid of. We won't be scared of the oppressor no more because he's going to be our possession. Right? Read on.
And from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Right. The hard bondage that we went through in Egypt, the hard bondage that we went through here in America. We won't ever have to worry about that ever again. We don't have to worry about that type of servitude ever in life. We won't have to worry about our children being taken from us, our food being snatched from us. We won't have to worry about having to eat pig intestines anymore. That's chitlins for those people that's out there eating pork. Because, I mean, pork is unlawful. Chitlins is pig intestines. That's what you're eating. Right? We don't have to worry about that because it's never going to happen again. Right? Is that the end of it?
Okay.
Is that the end of verse 3? Let me get 21 and 22.
It's the book
Same
of
chapter. Yeah, same chapter.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21.
Right?
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter, man. The fact that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians went into slavery and our men were buck broken, our women were assaulted, sexually assaulted, our children were sold to plantations across the world, across the North Carolina, South Carolina, right? In Fayetteville, when we go to Fayetteville, we have a slave market there. It's still a slave market. It's like a monument in the city of Fayetteville, right? And we see it every time we go to camp. That reminds us of the anger. Why we have the right to be angry here, because our slavery is promoted like a trophy, right? Read on. It says prepare slaughter for what?
For his children.
For his children. Prepare slaughter. You know what that means? What does slaughter mean? What does that look like? That's mass unaliving, man. A punishment that you're gonna receive for the things that you've done unto the Lord's people. Right? Read on.
For the iniquities of their fathers.
For the iniquities of their fathers. Oh, I didn't do it for the oppressors that's saying it. I didn't do that. I ain't never had no slaves. I ain't never done it. But you still benefit from it. You benefit from George Washington. You benefit from Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln said it himself. If he could serve the Union and not free the slaves, he would do it. Or something of that sort. Either way, the point is he ain't want to get rid of his slaves, man. He didn't want to do it. But his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, they will receive the judgment from the Lord for the things that they done unto us. Right? Read on.
That they do not rise.
That they do not rise, meaning build up a nation. Right? Read on.
Nor possess the land.
Nor possess the land, man. Meaning prepare a mass unaliving that they don't even possess the land or a city. Build up anything. Right? Read on.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Meaning the Lord is going to cut them off. That's it. It's over for them. Right? We don't.
Verse 22. For I will rise up against them.
You're gonna rise up against them. Who is this talking about? Read on.
Save the Lord of hosts.
Say if the Lord is gonna rise up against the oppressor, man. The Lord is gonna rise up against white society. Right? Read on.
And cut off from Babylon the name,
Read on.
and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Lord.
Meaning the Lord is gonna get rid of them, man. In fact, you got your Zondervan with you? La, it's Tawab, right? When you look up Edom in the compact Zondervan, the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, right? It says that Edom is the only nation that's not gonna receive mercy from the Lord. That's the nation that's going to be cut off forever. That's it. Done. The Lord won't show them mercy, even though the Lord has the power to do so. They won't get it though, because it says prepare slaughter, a mass unaliving.
Right.
Right? Matter of fact, just to show you, I'm not joking. Right? Let me go to the book of Psalms. Let's get the book of Psalms. I quoted it earlier. Right? 137. Let's go 137 verse 7.
Okay. The book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
Right. So this is King David asking the Lord to remember those things of Edom, to remember Esau, which had his name changed to Edom. Right? Read on.
Who said, raise it, raise it.
Meaning destroy it, man. That's what it says. Raise it. When you raise up, when a tree is in your yard, go ahead.
That's like a Captain Car.
Right. Exactly. Cap be like, raise that shit, man. He be like, raise it up. That's it. It's over. Meaning tear it up from the foundation. When you tearing a tree up out of your yard, you want to get it from the root because you don't want that tree to go back. That's exactly what Esau did to Jerusalem. Every brick, they knocked it down like that's it, with a bowling ball, just about. Of course, they didn't have that technology then, but they knocked every brick, every stone was not upon another. Right? Read on.
Even to the foundation thereof.
Even down to the foundation. You know how you dig a foundation to a house for those who do, work like that? You dig up the ground and lay down concrete to make sure the foundation is strong enough. You fortifying your fortress. That's what's happening there. It's a foundation, something to hold something very heavy. Read on.
Verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Right, meaning Esau is going to be destroyed, man, because they are the daughter of Babylon. Right? They want to be like Babylon. That's what they are. America is Babylon. America is Egypt. Why? Because we received the same things that we did there. Right? Read on.
Happy shall he be.
Happy shall he be. To do what?
That rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
So the same way that Babylon, America has served us, happy shall he be to do the same thing unto them. And some people be like, man, that's cruel. Well, the Lord is a just God. I pray you understand. It's as simple as that, right? Read on.
Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Is that not simple? Is that not a simple thing to understand? Happy shall he be that taketh the little one and dash it against the stone. I mean, you get real cruel with it. Just as they cut open the pregnant woman's stomach, watch the baby fall out, stump the baby. That's what they did. What they did do is rip our children out of our arms and use them as alligator bait. That's what they did do. So happy shall he be to reward the oppressor just as he has rewarded us. Everybody be like, some people might be like, nah, man, that's cruel. Well, I'm happy to say that in that day, I'll be ecstatic to see that the Lord has received he has actually showed mercy for us to receive a payment that's well overdue. Right? Justice is what I'm talking about. Peace. Right? Read on. Is that it?
John.
No sweat. Let's get back to let's go to Joel, the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 7.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them.
Right, meaning here in America, the Lord is going to raise up soldiers, man. The Lord is going to raise us up out of the land that we were sold in. Right, read on.
And will return your, I don't know, like it. And will return your recompense upon your own head.
Meaning the Lord, the same thing that you done unto us, them sins that y'all been running for years, hundreds of years, from touching us, from unaliving us, from the black codes, the Jim Crow laws, the forget the law, but it was one law where if they seemed fit to unalive a black man and it benefited them, they was gonna do it anyway. That made it like open season on us. It's always been open season on us. Always been. But in that day, the Lord is gonna return their own recompense upon their own head. That's what that looks like. When we have the orders from the Lord to actually be able to sit down and not have to worry about anything because the Lord is going to take care of it. Meaning he's going to have hunters, right? Because I can't say I'm going to be there, but if I am there, look, Most High in Christ that I actually receive and I'll be able to show my people is nothing to be afraid of because the Lord is with us. The Lord is right here with us. Now he's going to show you what justice looks like. And it looks like the same way that we got treated here in America, the same way we were unalived here in America, the same way that we were bombed because we had cities here in America, the Lord is going to do the same thing unto them. Right? Read on.
Verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
Right. Meaning you're going to be sold to us just like we were sold to you. You will be our captives, just like we were your captives. The sons of Judah will possess your sons and your daughters as slaves, as servants. Right? Read on.
And they shall sell to them the Sabians.
Right. Meaning those good things, those men of stature, you're gonna be sold unto them. Right? Read on.
To a people far off.
To a people far off. Meaning we're gonna take your sons and sell them to other people. Right? Read on.
For the Lord hath spoken it.
For the Lord have said it. The Lord is going to do it. Right? And this is talking about the oppressor for those who don't know. Right? Slakia. Let's go down to let's get the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 5. Slakia. See me one more time.
Gotcha. 1 second.
Right, meaning that, man, the Lord is not something to be played with, man. Here in America, what we have to realize is that everything ain't always peaches and cream. Of course, we see that every day. For those who, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, some of us did earn some type of substance, right? But we don't share that with our people. Why? Because if it's not to benefit me, I'm not going to do it. We've always learned the water. Yeah, that's the water. We've always learned how to be selfish here in America because we're not taught how to give back to the people that's going through the same thing that you're going through, which is why we always take something from our brothers, our sisters, because we don't understand what it feels like to have something and not take it from the other. because it's always been taken from us. We've always showed, you know, peace and happiness to another nation, but not for ourselves. Right? Slovakia. Was it Job 20 verse 5, right? Now you too. I'm trying to get that myself. But here's talking about, man, this Bible opens up a whole nother a atmosphere of things that we don't understand, because it's hard it's hard for anyone to understand that we as a people have been through the most, you know, excruciating situations, and they be like, oh, y'all always complaining about something. Oh, y'all got a victim mentality. I mean, you can say that. You can say that we have a victim mentality, but you probably would too if all you get is bullets. That's all you receive from someone that's supposed to be protecting you. All you receive is bullets. The brother that looked like you walking down the street, he want to give you some bullets too. And I'm not talking about, you know, hand the bullets into your hand. I'm talking about, if you understand what I'm saying, right? He's looking at you like an easy lick. Somebody to come up on. Salakia. I mean, that's what they say. That's what they be saying. I'm just saying, you know. You're an easy lick to them. That's what they trying to come up on you. That's easy for them. But they won't do it to the oppressor. They won't do it to an African man. African man, they know they're not the same. We don't look the same. We don't have the same characteristics. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. And that's another thing I don't understand about Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, of how you can see that you have some type of peace, which is the topic, real peace, real world peace. How can you look at them and not know that you were sold by them also? Nigerians sold you. The Ghanaians sold you. The homie tribe sold you. They had you in captivity in Salakia, in those them slave posts. You were there. It was you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You were there. You were their slaves. You were the prophet. That's what you were, right? Read it. Read that precept when you got it. Baba Kasha.
This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 5. That the triumphant of the wicked is short.
Salakia. Let me get verse 4.
Okay. It's the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 4.
Just to give y'all some context, right? We don't.
Knowest thou not this of old?
Knowest thou not this of old? Meaning it said before these precepts here. Because this is in the Old Testament, right? It's been said before, right? Read on.
Since man was placed upon earth.
Since man was placed on this earth. Since man was being here on this earth walking around. This one thing has been said, right? Read on.
Verse 5, that the triumph of the wicked is short.
The triumphalism. It's like it. Let me get there with you.
Okay, I got you.
So,
1 second. Sure.
Read that from the top one more time.
Okay.
Verse 5.
It's the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 5. The triumphing of the wicked is short.
Right, meaning they have a short time. The triumphalism, meaning the power, the things that they, the things that they conquer. It's a very short time period where they on top. They have a authority, man. They conquering nations, right? Read on.
So like I got the definition by the way too.
Count. You can pull it. That's too wild.
1 second. All right, so triumph. It's a definition for triumphant, or short for triumph, which is a verb that means achieve a victory or be successful.
Say that one more time.
Achieve a victory, be successful.
Right, meaning they very much successful in overpowering us. Right. We're a conquered people, right? We don't.
It's short. Hold on, Salaki. Of the wicked is short,
Mhm.
and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment.
Right, meaning the joy, the triumphalism of the wicked, which is the oppressor here on this earth. Here, we've only received what it feels like to be a conquered people. We've only received, what is it?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
We only receive hell instead of
Right, hell.
heaven.
Hell is what we receive. Those things we only receive by a wicked nation, man. We receive
Right.
crumbs, pennies. What is it? Paper to eat, mud to eat. Those are the things that we receive here in America because it's our well-being doesn't really matter to them, right? We don't. And the hypocrite, what it says, and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. Meaning, if you're a hypocrite, man, meaning you're a liar. You say one thing, but you doing something else. You say you don't eat pork, but you back there eating pork. And I'm gonna pull a precept just to show you what the Lord said about eating pork after you said, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I don't even eat pork no more. But you lying and you eating pork. You're a liar, man. You're a hypocrite, right? But for a moment. I mean, it's only gonna last a certain amount of time before someone finds out that you are a liar. Meaning you don't practice what you preach, man. Read on.
Salaki. Verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens.
Meaning everything that he got, man, is like he is in heaven. He's living in his kingdom. Man, he up to the sky. He can live in his skyscrapers. He can do whatever he wants to do. Right, read on.
And his head reach into the clouds.
Man, he got a big head, man. His head is huge. Meaning it don't really matter what you say to him. He is in power. He has a big head, meaning whatever he says, he think is gonna go. That's what that means. This is what it's saying, man. When someone says like your head is big, man, you don't think anything can happen to you ever, right? We don't.
Verse 7. Yet he shall perish forever, like
he shall do what?
Perish forever, like his own dung.
Man, he gonna be up out of here, like his own dung. You know what dung is used for? Fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
Fertilizer. You know what fertilizer do? It grow plants. So that's what it does in the simplest terms. So that's what fertilizer is used for, to grow something.
Right.
Right. Read on.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Where is the oppressor, man? Where he at? Where is the foul fleas? I seen him walking around the other day. Where is Charlie? Where is Michael? I don't see them no more. Read on.
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
He shall fly away as a dream.
He shall do what?
Fly away as a dream.
Man, just like you have a dream at night and you wake up in the morning and can't remember, it's gonna be the same way with your oppressor, man. Like, damn, I can't even remember what an oppressor looked like. You might have messed around and go to a museum to remember what a flower flea looks like, an oppressor. The one that's in power, the one that looked like Donald Trump and Joe Biden. That's what you're gonna have to go to the museum and see. Right, read on.
And shall not be found.
And shall not be found. Like, you gonna search through and fro, to and fro throughout this earth and not find one oppressor. The devil is what we call him. Esau, Edom, Edomites. Right, read on.
Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
Man, just like a dream, man, it's just gonna dissipate. Like I said, it's like waking up from a dream. Like, damn, this dream was good, but I don't remember nothing that happened in it. You try to wake up. Have anybody ever waken up and like, damn, like I had a dream, but I don't remember it? I've had it a few times. I'm like, nah, I'm trying hard to remember this dream. I know what it was about. Go ahead.
So I had some dreams about the kingdom. And
right.
Like you wake up and like, damn, that's crazy, right?
That's insane. Like it's crazy to like I see this thing in my mind. I'm picturing it, but I cannot remember what it feels like to see this thing. That's exactly going to be the same way the oppressor is going to be chased away. The same way he's going to flee from your mind.
Right.
Like a dream, man. He's nothing. Right? We don't? Is that, matter of fact, is that the end of 8 or is that 9?
That was the end of 8.
End of 8. Let's get 9.
Verse 9. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more.
Man, just like you saying, like in today's time, we can see an oppressor. We see him walking to and fro throughout Durham, Raleigh, wherever we at here in America, right? Even across country, you still see the oppressor, right? Those that see him, right? Read on.
Neither shall see him no more.
We ain't gonna see him no more, man. You might have seen an oppressor one day. It's gonna be a day that comes and you will not see him. You will not remember what he looks like, right? Read on.
Neither shall his place anymore behold him.
And you ain't gonna find no more cities about anything that has to do with a Caucasian, a European. You won't ever find it again because the Lord said it's not going to be so. The Lord said all your cities, all your towns, any of you, period, is going to dissipate from this earth because the Lord set his love upon Jacob and you decided to touch his apple of his eye. This is what the Lord said. That's what the Lord said. His firstborn is Israel. And you decided to touch it, to, do whatever you wanted to do to us because you felt like, we don't really mean anything for them here in America. What we did receive is punishments from them because they felt like it was right. They felt like, Lord don't really care about them. Let's put them in chains. That's what they did. Right? Is that it? Is that the end of that? Yeah, no sweat. Man, the Lord is going to get rid of the oppressor for you. You don't got to pick up a sword, man. You don't got to pick up a gun. You don't got to do that because the Lord will take care of it, especially if you are keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. That's how you get the mercy of the Lord. All right, let me get the what I want to go to next. Oh, let me get Isaiah chapter 66 verse 17, right? Because I was proving something earlier about people that be eating pork, just to show you how serious the Lord is, right? About being a hypocrite. And this is just one of many precepts. But since I brought up pork, I might as well show you exactly how the Lord feels about you liars and hypocrites that do it, right? Read that.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 66 verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
They that sanctify themselves.
They that sanctify themselves, man. They like, yeah, we ain't like everybody. Matter of fact, let me get the definition of sanctify. Right? They be like, oh, I'm sanctified. I'm this and I'm that. I'm holy. Holy means separate, by the way. Right? What does sanctified mean? Let's get the definition of that.
This is a definition for sanctify.
Uh-huh.
It is a verb that means set apart, is, or declare holy, consecrate.
Right, man. Like they like, yeah, I'm separate from everybody else. I'm sanctified. You sanctifying yourself, right? Read on.
Like it. And purify themselves.
And purify themselves, meaning make themselves clean on the outside. Sanctify yourself, and I'm trying to purify myself. I'm trying to cleanse my outside appearance. I'm trying to make the outside look good. It's gonna make sense very soon, right? Read on.
In the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Doing what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Meaning you hiding behind a tree eating dirt, man. You eating crap. Meaning you saying one thing, trying around to do the other. You say you don't eat pork, just to bring that whole point of swine. Swine is a very dirty animal. It's unclean, which is why I keep saying mud, dirt, because a person can be like, nah, I don't rob nobody, and you be out there robbing. Like, nah, I don't believe in unaliving people. you out there unaliving people. So like y'all for the camera. I'm not sure what's going on with it. He got of a mind of his own. But the water. I appreciate it. I didn't even see it till just now. But here it's saying, man, like you behind one tree, you in the cover, right? You hiding, right? Doing what? Eating swine's flesh, eating dirt, trash, unclean things, doing the unlawful stuff, right? Read that.
Okay. 1 second. And the abomination.
And the abomination. Matter of fact, read that from the top one more time. Salakia.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst.
Meaning you make yourself clean, you make yourself seem clean. You make you want to put on a persona for something, but behind closed doors, hiding behind that tree, you got some type of covering that's covering you from being seen by the open eye, right? But the Lord see it. The Lord see you eating pork. The Lord see you, still, watching dirty movies. I don't know if I can say that word online or not. All right, no sweat. you still, you still doing lascivious things. The Lord see you. He sees you're doing it, right? Read it again. Read on. Salakia.
Eating swine's flesh.
Right.
And the abomination.
And the abomination, meaning you eating crabs too. You eating slime. You eat the trash, man. You eating the trash of the earth. You being a low down, dirty, disgusting pig eating dirty muncher. I don't know how to explain it. You're just a dirty person. You're wicked, man. That's what you're doing. You're a hypocrite. All right, go ahead. Oh, sorry. I got you. But man, like, that's simple as that. You're a hypocrite, right? You want to tell somebody to do something, but you're not doing it yourself. Read on.
Okay. And the mouse shall be consumed together.
And the mouse,
saith the Lord.
Oh, no, you too wide. We can hold it right there just for a second, right? And the mouse. What is a mouse? Little rodent, right? A rodent, a rat, a guinea pig, a hamster, a rabbit. Those are rodents. A pig is counted as a rodent also. But let's shall be consumed together, right? That's what that says. But shall be consumed by what? Let's and it says, saith the Lord. Meaning you're gonna be consumed together. If you're a liar, you're gonna be consumed right with the oppressor. But consumed by what? Let's jump up to verse 16.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 16. For by fire and
by what?
For by fire.
By fire. What does fire do? Destroys. That's it. That's all fire does. It's meant to destroy something, right? Read on.
And by his sword with the Lord.
Sword of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Plead with all flesh.
Would the Lord plead with all flesh? Fire and a sword. Death. That's what this is talking about. Unaliving. You'll be unalive because you're a hypocrite. You'll be unalive because you're telling people, you do one thing, but you telling them not to do something, telling them not to, go out in the street and gang bang, but you gang banging. You still doing whatever you want to do, but you telling them they can't. Why in the hell should they listen to you ever in their life? It just wouldn't make sense. But you'll be consumed by fire and by the sword because the Lord said it. Right, read on.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. And you're going to die. You're going to give up your spirit, your ghost, because you want to be a liar. You want to do all manner of wickedness. And you're going to be caught up right when the Lord come back. Right? I lay my plan on that just to show you, like, you really, with the Lord, you really got to be about what you're talking about, or the Lord going to catch up with you. And it ain't going to be a pretty sight. Right? Let's get Because we kind of, how much time we got? 15 minutes?
10.
Look, 10?
12.
Okay. Let's get Psalms chapter 2, verse 8.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
That the end of that?
Right.
Read on.
In the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession.
All right, read it from the top one more time.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
The Lord said, ask of me, and the Lord is going to give you the heathen. Meaning, a heathen is someone that's outside of Israelites. A heathen for a possession to own. When I say my house is my possession, my firearm is my possession, my car is mine, belongs to me. The same way the Lord is going to give you the heathen, right? Read on.
In the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession.
In the utmost parts of the earth, meaning everywhere on this earth, meaning high or
Right.
low, you will be in captivity to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Yeah, right.
That will happen because the Lord said it's going to happen. All right, read on. That's the end of that.
Come.
Okay, no sweat. Let me get the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 9.
So like Revelations?
Yeah, Revelations 13 and 9.
Okay, I got you. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 13, and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If any man have an ear, let him hear, man. If the Lord chooses you to listen, Salakia, that does play a part in it. But if any man, everybody has ears on their head.
Right.
Everybody can hear, right? Unless you're deaf. Unless you're deaf, you can't hear anything. I understand it. Salakia. But
It's crazy.
the point is, if you got ears on your head and you are able to hear sound, right? Read on. Oh, so let me drill this right quick, Salakia. For you Christians out there, right? Like, you know, yeah, y'all got ears too, but y'all are deaf. Y'all are deaf to the truth because you don't want to hear what we have to say on them corners in these classes. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear. You can't eat pork. You can't steal the tithe money and pay your rent with it. That you cannot do because the Lord said you can't do it. And you get upset. Oh, the Lord gonna forgive me anyway. Well, you're gonna be consumed right together, right with them hypocrites. I'll tell you that much. That will happen. Right? Read on.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
He that leadeth into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity. So if you have an ear, you're hearing these words right here. He that leadeth into captivity. If you put someone in chains, yokes of iron, put them in servitude by force with a sword, by unaliving them, taking their babies and feeding them to alligators, cutting the pregnant woman's stomach open and watching the baby hit the ground and stumping the baby. Right? Read on.
Shall go into captivity.
Shall do what?
Shall go into captivity.
The same way that you put us in captivity, the same way you will go into captivity. That's plain upon tables. The Lord is a just God. If the Lord wasn't just, there's a lot of things that would not have happened to us. We wouldn't have been punished for the things that we did to go against the Lord. And look at the situation we're in now. We went on slavery and slave ships because of our disobedience. But just because we were disobedient, we went into captivity. That is true. But the things that you did to us while we were in a low state, you took that and ran with it. You was like, nah, you know, whatever. They not finna get another upper hand on us. Because when they was in power, man, we would look like crap. We look like, you know, I can't say the word that I want to say, Salakia. But they like, nah, what we gonna do, we gonna make it worse for them. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it look real bad for them. Right? Read on.
He that killeth with the sword.
He that killeth with the sword, right? Like I said, it was very bad for us. You put us in captivity. You've done horrific things to us, right? And he says, he that killeth with the sword, man, you killed us with the sword, with physical swords, with your guns, your militaries, your mercenaries, your little groups, your KKK, y'all did that to us. Right? We don't.
Must be killed with the sword.
Must be what?
Killed with the sword.
And the same way you unalived us with the sword is the same way you will go because the Lord said so. That's plain upon tables. Right? If I could, can I get the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 56? Salakia. I meant to get to the chat, y'all. Salakia. Got a few people in the chat tonight. We got Sister Matana and also Sister Deja in the room with us. Shalom Yahweh Shemala Thaba Shem Yahweh Shai. We also got Priest and Officer 50 Hawan in the room also. Shalom Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Shout out to Trooper Choir Bar, Sister Nashama. And we also have young man Mir in the room also. Sister Trinity, Sister T, right? Young man Maji, Sister Red. Who else we got in here? Young man Jarrell. Who else? So like y'all for the late recognition of y'all. Slack it. Sister T also had a comment. She said, "Gotta have a permit or permission from the city or HOA, right, to own those things, that to put any type of thing over top of your house or in your yard, or for them gated communities that they be in. You gotta get certain type of permission to add anything to your house, right? What I call for it was 2nd Ezra. You can read it now. Yeah, can. Yeah, 15 and 56.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen.
Like as thou hast done unto my children. Who is the Lord's children? Salakia.
Chosen.
Yeah, right. Chosen. Salakia. The Lord's chosen is the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? Read on.
Saith the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
even so shall God do unto thee.
So in the same way that you decided to treat us, the same way the Lord will treat you. Salakia. So the fact that you put us in captivity, you'll go into captivity too. Same way that you unalived us, you'll be unalived also. You know, because the Lord said so. Right? We don't.
And shall deliver thee into mischief.
Say that again. Mischief.
Kind.
Into mischief, man. Let's get the definition of mischief.
1 second. Got you. This is a definition from the Oxford Language Dictionary for mischief. Playful, misbehavior, or troublemaking.
Right. The same way you made trouble for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Lord is going to make it terrible for you. You're going to have a bad day, a horrible night. Those are the things that you are going to suffer from because you made us suffer while we were in captivity. Right? So the same way we were oppressed is the same way you're going to be oppressed. Right? Read on.
Verse 57.
Thy
children shall die of hunger.
Shall what?
Thy children shall die of hunger.
I mean, your children gonna starve like our children starved. Right? That mother that was hungry and could not feed her baby milk from her, I can't say, I don't know if I can say that, but she couldn't feed her baby. That baby unalived. It gave up the ghost because of the malnourishment that it received. Right? Just like in the wilderness, when a mother gives birth, same way with the father. Father goes out and hunt, bring food back to the house. Father won't end it. He won't nowhere to be found because the oppressor likes to buck break. He is a Levitical person. That's what he like to do because he's a sexual deviant. So it relied on the mother. From the malnourishment, the children were unalive. Same way your children is going to be unalive by hunger. Right, Rito?
Pure. Like you. And thou shalt fail through the sword. Yes, fall through the sword.
Say that one more time.
And thou shalt fall through the sword.
You in verse 57, right?
Okay.
Right. You shall fall through the sword, meaning you gonna give up the ghost, man. You no longer going to be living, right? Read on.
Thy city shall be broken down.
Your towns and your cities will no longer be here. It's going to be destroyed, right? Read on.
And all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
Meaning the things that you did to us, man, by the sword, all it by force. All of your stuff is going to be taken and thrown down to the ground. That's it. It's over for you. Cooked is what I like to say. You're cooked. It's over. Read on.
Verse 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood.
Man, you trying to run from the persecution of the Lord, man, and it's going to catch up with you. It's going to catch up with you because you're going to think, oh, yeah, I can survive. No, you're going to go just like the rest of them, man. You can drop that, though. Let me get the, go up to verse 10. Same chapter.
Wait 1 minute.
Keon, I know.
Is that verse 10?
Yeah, verse 10.
Got you. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Led as a flock to the slaughter, man. You know what that looked like? Joe Biden said, you not black if you don't vote for me. Joe Biden is an oppressor. He not black. He's not Hispanic. He's not Native Indian. He has no ties to us at all. Not even by a smidget of a crumb of a mustard seed. Right? Read on.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Man, he ain't gonna suffer us to live in Egypt, man. Let's lock it. Matter of fact, read that from the top.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Right.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right. Meaning the fact that we're being led as sheep to the slaughter, meaning we just giving ourselves up for food as prey. In the same way, the same things that happened to us in Egypt, the Lord said he not going to suffer that. The Lord said he not feeling that. Right? The same way that he got us up out of Egypt, right? Read on.
Verse 11. But I would bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm.
With a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. Meaning the Lord is going to be on our side helping us out. And then we'll see what another Exodus looks like, right? Read on.
And smite Egypt with plagues.
Man, smite America with plagues, man. The land of captivity, the land of Egypt, right? The land of in Egypt is bondage. That's what Egypt means, or Egyptos in the Greek, right? It means bondage. In the same way we was here in America in bondage, right? Plagues is going to hit just like COVID-19. That was another plague that the Lord sent upon America across the world, right? Read on.
As before, and we destroy all the land thereof.
Meaning the Lord going to destroy all of America. Why? Because the Lord sees that his people is in captivity. And here in America, we have never received any type of help, any type of justice here in America. So why should the Lord repay them with a helping hand when they ain't never helped us? They have never lent out the hand to give us anything. Right? If I could. Matter of fact, I'm about to look for a precept right quick. So like I know it's in the book of matter of fact, let me get Lamentations 8 and not 8, Lamentations 4 and 18. Then I got one more precept and that let it go right there. Huh? No, not yet.
So Lamentations 4 and what?
4 and 18.
Okay. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. So like they hunt our steps.
Meaning they hunt our steps, meaning just like an oppressor goes out into the woods and tracks that deer down after he done shot it, or tracks that deer down just by the smell of his feces, his droppings. just to know where the deer at, right? Read on.
That we cannot go in our streets.
Right, the same way you gonna be hunted. Same way they look for that deer, they looking for another Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian to be walking down the street or driving in his car. Right, read on.
Our end is near.
Our end is near to end you, man. You right there, just to show you who's actually, who in power, just to show you is you should be afraid of me. That's what they want. They look for fear, right? The same way they hunt animals is the same way that we are being hunted down. Right? Read on.
Our days are fulfilled.
Our days are fulfilled. Go ahead.
For our end is come.
Man, our end is here. That's what that's saying. The same way we was hunted, same way that we going through here in America. That's prophecy right there. That's the end of it. That's it. That's what that looks like to be here in America for another Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian is to be hunted like a beast, like an animal, like sheep to the slaughter. Right? And the same way the Lord won't suffer it when in Egypt, the Lord ain't gonna suffer it here in America. And I'm about to prove it, right? Let's get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 15.
Say again.
Jeremiah 16, chapter 16, verse 15.
Got you. 16 verse 15. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel.
Meaning the Lord is a living God. He brought up the children of Israel. Matter of fact, let's go to verse 14. Slakia.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Meaning it's not going to be said no more that the Lord brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Meaning that's not going to be a saying anymore. You're not going to hear that anymore after the Lord does something for the children of Israel, which is who he brought out of the land of Egypt, right? That is I mean, of course, it's going to be a part of our history, but the Lord is also going to do something else, right? Read on. Verse 15.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
The what?
The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Now the new saying is going to be, now the Lord liveth, that brought the children out of the land of the north, right? What is the north? America. All 12 tribes here dwell in the Americas. And that's a known fact. Whether you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. We've all are coagulated here in America. America is the melting pot. Majority of us are here. The Lord is going to now show you that he's the one that's actually in control. The Lord is now going to bring us out of America, out of North America. That's what's going to happen. Right? Read on.
And from all the lands whither he hath driven them.
From all the lands that we were put in captivity in, man. Right? Read on.
And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Meaning he gonna put us right back in the land that he promised our forefathers, man. It's as simple as that. That's what it looks like to be repaid and actually have peace here in America. That's what we look for. That's what we look forward to seeing. But we don't get that here. But we do get it from the Bible. The Bible said the Lord is going to repay us by giving us slaves, servitude from the oppressor. That's what we're going to get from him. We're going to put him now in bondage. Then we're going to be back in our kingdom. We're going to have a say-so. We're going to have a rulership is what we're going to have. Right? We're going to get the kingdom. That's it. And with that, I'm going to clip the class right there. Bring up, we're going to do the security announcements. We bring up Prison Officer 50, Hawan. Clap it up. use the book.
Security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Jenny Hunter. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves to the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months, which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, upcoming holy convocation, should like it, will be the Day of Atonement, which will be the 10th day of the 7th month, which is Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. You can find this in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 27 through 32. Should like it. Remind Akim and Wathian to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, imagine. In Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. In Israel, my Shabbat, imagine, Barak, Yabba Shimya Shabbat. Majin Top. Sister Majin, which means to stand for everybody listening online. In Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, to the sisters. To what? In Israel, Majin Majin, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atam Bashim Yahshua. Majin Top. Class dismissed. Thank you for tuning in online.
And the water to y'all, because I mean, without y'all being tuned in, I mean, I wouldn't have no work to do. But of course, I on the bar to y'all, man. The water to y'all also.